Of rain, semis have been crashing on I-75 almost every time a heavy rain comes through northern Kentucky.
Christian Hauser found out how the Commonwealth plans to fix this problem permanently. This is a story you're seeing first right here on Local 12 News.
The crashes have become so common when we get a heavy rainfall in the area. Fort Mitchell Police, if they have an officer available, will actually have someone set up before the curve, flip on their lights to try to get people to slow down. And the chief tells me he's hopeful that the permanent fix the state is getting ready to do will cut down on most of these crashes.
This is video from one of the most recent crashes, but it's typical of what happens during heavy rains. A truck comes into the curve and ends up jackknifing. It can take hours for the interstate to get moving again. The state brought in a temporary fix with the Skidabrader, a machine that fires tiny BBs into the concrete to roughen up the surface. They've added warning signs too, but even with the added friction and signs, the trucks continue to crash. Charles McCreary has been driving a semi for 28 years. He goes through the cut in the hill daily. He's used to seeing crashes.
Whenever it rains or snows, usually not in dry weather. It seems like wet weather, some type of wet weather. It's the only time I see it.
McCreary thinks he knows why almost every time there's a heavy rain, there's a crash at this curve.
I think they're going too fast. That's just my opinion because I haul a tank and we are at more risk than anybody with stopping and leaning and flipping over and jackknifing just because our weight is always moving. And I've never had a problem. And it's not because I'm a super driver, it's because I don't try to go fast.
Fort Mitchell Police Chief Andrew Sherberg says the only consistent factor in these crashes is the heavy rains. Construction crews will begin what's known as diamond grinding to add friction to the pavement. They'll also put down an even rougher surface, almost like sandpaper on the most troublesome parts. You may have already driven on it and not even known it. Here it is on a windy stretch of Fowler Creek just off 3L Highway. I asked spokesperson Nancy Wood if there was anything else the Transportation Cabinet could do if the crashes continue.
Right now, this is what we're striving to do is make this pavement better, safer ride, and this should hopefully address the issues that we've been seeing.
In Fort Mitchell, Christian Hauser, Local 12 News.
Crews are working on fixing and replacing concrete failures. Once that's finished, then they'll begin the rehab work on the lanes and then fixing the median wall. We're told all of this should be finished before November.